would like to invite to share a few words with us.
Honorable Deputy Premier, Mr. Roger Cook, and High Commissioner Manrbit Ora, Jagdish Krishnan, Sam Lim, and President Sri Satish Nair, and all other office bearers and dignitaries who are present here. I am really thankful to you for having arranged this beautiful program. From tomorrow morning 9 to till 10 o'clock, almost 13 hours, our back-to-back meetings are there, but I am so happy that I could see you all here, I can meet you. And I also, at the very outset, before beginning my speech, Deputy Premier Roger Cook is immediately after my visit, you are coming to India. I am so happy to know about it, and I wholeheartedly welcome you. And 11th, you are in Delhi, and if we have some free time, we can have dinner there also. I have been looking forward for being here. It was always an emotional feeling to see our own people living and thriving outside India. It gives me a sheer joy to stand before you all and share this proud moment. The Indian diaspora in Australia is large and significant, which has made tremendous contribution to the Australia's economy and society. India is one of the top source of skilled immigrants to Australia. Australia is the second biggest overseas educational destination for Indians. The Indian community in Australia continues to grow in size and importance. It is heartening to note that Indian diaspora is Australia's fastest growing diaspora community. In 2020, the Indian born population became Australia's second largest overseas born migrant group. Indian migrants are among the top migrant taxpayer in Australia. The Indian community in Australia plays a very important role and serve as an economic asset to the nation Australia. I want to take this moment to thank Australian government and the state government for constant care and support extended to our people, especially during COVID. That was a very tough time, challenging time, and I thank both the governments. On behalf of the Indian government, I thank for keeping our children and families safe and protected throughout the pandemic. Both India and Australia have a strong, vibrant and similar democracies, and the bilateral relation between India and Australia have touched new horizons in recent years. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, has ensured not only those living in India, but also the large international Indian diaspora across the world feel like a family, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We celebrate our cultural ties and mutual love for motherland every year as Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. From proactively engaging Indian diaspora across the globe and emotionally vesting them with Indian story to proudly showcasing India's rich traditions and cultural diversity, from viewing a new paradigm in India's relation with West Asia to getting up new global institutions, from fundamentally changing the way India would respond to aggression from its neighbors to remaining India's relationship with global power. Prime Minister Modi ji has systematically and resolutely changed the way India deals with the world. In last 8 years, Prime Minister Modi ji has made every Indian proud on the various global platforms, much above the global average. India is slated to be the fastest growing major economy in the world in the foreseeable future. Some of the achievements in the last year include Make in India has made the initiative significant achievement. Presently focuses on 27 sectors in Make in India, under Make in India. The Indian economy is most buoyant and is also reflected in the collection of goods and service tax, that is GST, which stood at record level of 1,68,000 crores for a month in April 2022. As a result of measures taken to improve the country's investment climate, India jumped to 63rd place in the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business ranking as per the World Bank Doing Business Report (DBR) in 2020. This is driven by the reforms in the area of starting business, paying taxes, trading across the borders, and resolving the insolvency. The government has taken various steps in addition to ongoing schemes to boost the domestic and foreign investments in corporate tax, easing the liquidity problems of NBSE, banks, policy measures to boost the domestic manufacturing. Our corporate tax is the lowest in the world today. Government has also prompted domestic manufacturing of the goods through public procurement orders, phased manufacturing program PMP schemes for production-linked incentives of various ministries. During 21-22, India's tangible merchandise export crossed target level of $400 billion to stand at $418 billion, a record in itself. Added to this were the exports of intangible services, which is also touched record of $250 billion during the same year. Total exports, both goods and services, the tune of $668 billion. While the bank accounts have given the millions of Indians access to the banking service, they have also played a major role in stopping the corruption. Now subsidies get deposited directly in the bank accounts in the form of direct benefit transfers, eliminating leakages, and for any discretionary action. 42 crore bank accounts, thus taking the financial inclusion of every home in India. Almost more than 95% are in banking net today. Funding the unfunded through Mudra Yojana, 29 crore loan sanctioned to the 15 lakh crore for the entrepreneurs, and thus seeding an entrepreneurial revolution. Digitalizing undigitized to UPI, 25 billion real-time transaction in 2020, and thus making the India the largest digital payment ecosystem in the world. Several major initiatives have been launched during the year to make India self-reliant in the field of defense manufacturing. Atmanirbhar Bharat in defense is aimed to enhance domestic manufacturing and making the country net exporter in this field. To provide autonomy and enhance the efficiency and unleash the new growth potential in Ordnance Factory. The Ordnance Factory Board has been converted into 7 new defense public sector undertakings. Modi government has envisaged to construct about 60,000 kilometers of national highway in 1920 to 23-24 of the target of 31,609 kilometers has been constructed up to February 2022. Highway construction was 8 to 11 kilometers per day before 2014. Today it is 38 kilometers per day national highway we are constructing. India and Australia are united by so many factors, some of those being cricket, history, geology and strong foundation of democracy. The relation between two countries is a special and beyond just trading volumes and the potential market, as we have a lot to share. Culturally, both the government recognized there is a significant potential for further cooperation across the broad range of areas. Recently, that is in March 22, Australian government announced establishing a new Centre for Australia-India relation to help foster the new ties and support expanding the exchange and cooperation with India, including by engaging Australia's rich Indian diaspora community. This is step in the right direction, and India is looking forward to engaging more deeply on several key areas and providing an impetus to this already a strong bond. We are very proud of accomplishment and the contribution of Australians Indian community. Not only are the Indian diaspora young and highly educated and well represented across the services, you are also keeping the flags of both the nation flying high by excelling in various fields. India is one of the Australia's most important partners in Indo-Pacific region. Mutual understanding and shared interest between our countries underpin the strategic partnership between these two nations. Our government, under the leadership of Prime Minister Shri Modi ji, is putting a lot of effort in building the long-lasting relations with the diaspora. We are confident country now, and now we don't consider ourselves a migration of Indian skilled professionals as a brain drain, but rather as a brain investment that enhance India's global image and contribute to the brain gain in India through innovation, investment and business expansion. As India celebrates 75th anniversary of independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and this 25 years we have called as Amrit Kal. Prime Minister has called it as Amrit Kal. New India is venturing into the areas outside the country and making the Mother India feel proud without forgetting the roots. Indian diaspora communities are active across all aspects of Australian life, including the business, politics, judiciary, government, civil society, academia, science, the arts and sport. I urge the strong Indian diaspora in Australia and strengthen the India's enterprising hands to continue flourishing and representing our country proudly at every nook and corner of the globe. I once again thank the Indian community, that is Western ISWA community. I profoundly thank for having organized this program and giving an opportunity to meet you all, and along with our Deputy Premier and some of the political leaders who are Indian origin, but they are doing excellent service to the people of this area. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.